Hi, it's Malcolm here. A question I get asked a lot is about finding value as far as horses in horse races are concerned. So what do we mean about value? Well, let's take the toss of a coin. Now this is probably going to go wrong. Heads or tails? Now, as far as you're concerned, or as far as most people are concerned, a heads or tails is an even bet. In other words, it could fall on either side, all things being equal. So, if you were to be offered odds on the flick of a coin, it should be 1 to 1. In other words, it doesn't matter which way it falls. So, that's an evens bet. Now, if you was talking to somebody about flicking a coin, and you said to them, what odds would you offer me on that? If they turned around and said, oh, I'll offer you 5 to 4 on its heads, you would probably turn around and say, well, let's not just do that over one bet, let's do that over 100 or 1,000 bets, because you know that sooner or later, it could probably take years to be quite honest with you, but sooner or later, if everything turns out equal, there's an equal number of heads and an equal number of tails, you will be in profit. And the same goes if somebody offered you 4 to 5 instead. That's under evens, and so you know that over time, all things being equal, you would lose money. And that's what we refer to as value. So 1 to 1 is a standard bet, there's no value either way. A 5 to 4, there's value on that, and it's a good place it's a good thing to bet on, and you do it every day of the week. Whereas 4 to 5 is not a good value bet, and you'd stay away. So the question is, how do we find value? Well, for that I'm going to go over to my computer. So if you just hang on a sec, we'll swap over to the computer and I'll show you how I think you can find value quite quickly from sources that are already available on the internet. So we just go over to the computer now.
Okay, so how do we actually find value? Well, I think we need to first look for someone or some group of people who can at least tell us what the actual odds of a horse winning the race are with some accuracy, or the chances of a horse winning the race are with some accuracy. So who do you think we could trust? We need someone who has been valuing horses for some time, and that we can trust that they have the systems in place to be pretty accurate about the prices. Well, I don't know about you, but I immediately think of sites like theracingpost.com or papers like the Daily Mail, the Telegraph, even the Sun. These sites and papers, and there are many others, have been doing this for years, and in some cases over 100 years. So don't you think they would be pretty good at it by now? If you watch their betting forecast for a while, you will soon see that they are not actually that bad at predicting the SP, the starting price. And unless there are non-runners in a race, or for some reason a particular runner gets very heavily backed, the prices that they show can be pretty accurate. The best way to use this idea is to take the prices from several different sources that you know are not linked, and where they agree. You should be quite confident that if all things stay equal, no non-runners or sudden rushes for other runners, then you have a good idea of the value of each horse in the race. Now all you have to do is look around and see if you can find someone who is prepared to give you higher odds than the horse is actually worth. This will be covered in my next article. While we are on the subject of value, I would like to introduce to you Paul Moon Racing. Paul is always looking for value, and with his 7 days no-nonsense trial or free trial to his back selections, which are based upon finding value before the elf, you cannot go wrong. So pop over to paulmoonracing.com and sign up for his free 7-day trial. Thanks for watching. Bye.